these are hobbies that make me happy. Although, I have to go back here. Touch. Things are alright. Well, survived the snowmageddon over this Saturday, over this weekend. I think we got over, possibly over a good foot of snow, which is now in the process of making very, very cold. But, I guess that's the major story of today. That, I guess we'll just wander into it. We'll switch plans. Alright. Now, tonight, we'll sort of kind of concentrate on the selector plate. First things first, we have to trim this off a little bit. Trim it by 6 inches. Hello there, James. How you doing? We're using this the incorrect way. So probably use a proper square, but this was the one that was on hand at the moment. This one. One more thing. See. Two saws here, so we'll grab this one. Now, I think, as I said before, the reason why when I bought this piece, it came in foot lengths, so basically wound up having to turn around and by foot lengths, but since I needed 2.5 feet, here I am cutting the 6 inches off. seem to go deep, so let's try this one. This one, the blade's a little bit wavier, so maybe. Oh yeah, this cuts so much easier. Probably could have got away with this doing this off screen, but you can tell when you're almost at the end of cutting, it gets more and more difficult to grab onto because it winds up flexing. One thing I have noticed that I did not cut this straight. So this is going to go on the other end. So it doesn't really, the other end doesn't really matter if it's straight or not. And this is well, technically this is the cut end anyway, so. So we're going to use the factory edge on the other end. And so I guess we'll use this for another project or someplace else. So that direction. Now, let's see where the center line of this is. And go from there. Yeah. 1.9. This is almost 2. So let's go to. Wait a second. I'm supposed to zero properly. That's what I did look right. 1.5. So half of 1.5 is 75. Let's get up. I was gonna say get close as possible to it, and it just comes up exactly 175. So let's say we mark this. And let's see if we can mark this, make it mark nicer looking. Doesn't have to be 100% accurate, but closer it is, the nicer it's going to be. So might as well aim for accuracy. And then here, let's grab wood screws. And the idea is to get this thick enough where we go through, but not all the way through. So, of course, you're not going to be able to see this part. Let's see. Yeah, this screw is going to work. It's going to be good enough to go all the way through in and be mostly off the threads. Probably might be a smart idea to put it in a drill and just knock a couple more threads off. But it's a little down the road. This is which one is which? Okay. Well, I guess it doesn't matter which end, because even the factory end is not the best. So, let's say we just keep it with the factory end. And go there. So I want what I'm aiming for is having the pivot point right at at the end. Because it's like having it at the end. This is where the pivot point would be. Having it closer, that means the angles are going to be steeper. Let's just keep it relatively simple. Let's see if we can, right off the top of my head, I don't have access to my drill. However, I do have access to my electric it's not battery powered. This looks battery powered, but it's not battery powered. This is supercapacitor powered. It's going to a very good friend of mine, and let's see. The other direction. Should theoretically pre-drill this first. Right now, I do not have the drill or drills to do that with. So, unfortunately, this might wind up possibly backfiring by splitting. So, yeah, this won't crack. That might be off the camera or off camera moment. All right. I end up taking that drive down a bar, but it's a super capacitor, so it'll charge real quickly. All right, so let's say we go Now, originally I was going to do this also with the code 40 and all that, but right now, because of not doing timing correctly and all that, I don't have any code 40 with me. So we do have plenty of code 100. Plenty of code 100. So what we'll do here is the easy part of taking some code 100, stripping it from flex track. That's the easy part. Now for the slightly harder part, trying to get these off, which it's the ties are not really holding on that much. This is just regular Atlas code 100. Oh, hello there, Curly and John Bonacki. So the disadvantage of forgetting to look at the monitor every now and then. And we'll take these all off. Then we got all these ties that we really can't use. And for now, we'll put them aside. And a while ago, I made these track gauges for 6 foot. Not the world's, probably not necessarily the world's most accurate. But at the same time, it's the only ones I've made so far. And hopefully that it actually winds up working properly. Now, take these. And sort of aim for the center. And put them out of the camera range in some cases. Now, basically what I'm doing is what I wound up doing for the test track, which is basically on the test track, basically super glued everything into place. Because this is not going to be scenic, so it doesn't need eyes and all that other fun stuff. Do you need super glue? Where did I put super glue? One second, my super glue. Super glue. All right. Well, just really recently, it's one of those things. How much you want to bet? Anyone want to place bets of that I find it after after I turn the cameras on? Which it seems to be the unfortunate setup here. All right, what I'm gonna do is take these and see about marking. Here's a straight edge. Mark where the rails are going to go. Gauge rails. And the problem we'd be seeing here is we might not get these in the right spot. The reason for that is I think when I made these gauge blocks was actually fit on top of the bottom flange. So it's actually hitting railhead to railhead. Let's over. Alright, in the train room cleaning up. Well, it's one of those things of you have to remember to talk, so let you know what's going on. Now, doing that, it's not quite. These are not quite thick enough. Alright. Let's try this again. It looks like Sidetrack Sunday is the OG Rainbow Bell himself. Alright. Now, we have appropriate. Yeah. Alright. Now for the photo. Trying to get this straight. And the glue is gluing. So being flex track nickel silver is not what you want to call very not very straight. Probably the nickel silver straight pieces seem to be straight, but the left track, I'm not quite sure what they do to the metal, which apparently I recently looked up on it, and there's no silver involved. These are pretty much nickel. Nickel, what is it? Nickel, copper, and tin. Hmm. That's exactly what I want. Yeah. This one was oil on the chair. Missing clamps within arm's reach. Let's start with this thing here. Unfortunately, since this is not going to be super glue, there's a good chance this is not going to dry within the amount of time for this live stream. I was using glue. It's not what you want to call it. Not known for being drying the quickest. On the outside. Also, this style of glue is, I don't believe is very. It sticks to wood fantastic. I do not know if it actually goes on to how well it goes on to track. There's the rails actually. I think I found. Not only did I find 15-inch clamps as paper clips, but also I found the super glue. Yes, I found two at the same price of one. There, breaking down, slow. So let's this into a different spot. Ouch! No, that was annoying. Not really quote unquote painful, but anyway. Yeah. Got a lot of this is my box of ever so fun popular uh, clothesline pins, both the regular size and they call the craft size. Uh, these are these are nice little things. These are more designed to be more decorative than anything else, so they're not the greatest. Yeah, something like really small clamping. There you go. So, alright, this is going to require full size ones, I think. This actually. Wait, let's see. Let's see. I don't think the reverse ones are going to work either. This reverse thing. Nah, I'm keeping it white enough. This is the whitest we got. I don't think it's really enough. Well, actually, since we have super glue, we won't need whips. Alright. Yeah, I like using these, I guess they call them one-shot ones. Ooh. Alright, I believe Suntrack Sunday, I want to say is Rayville Bell. At least that's what my recommendations clicked on. Thing is, I like using these. They're sort of like a single shot ones because you don't use it all and it winds up going bad. You're only using. Now this is 2 grams, so you might wind up using a gram or something. Now, so originally I was going to go with. So kind of straight as possible. Straight. It's heading over here. Use the string there, so I'm trying to do the glue on the outside. This side we might have to do on the inside. There. I like using these because if I don't wind up using them and they go bad, they only got these small little tubes instead of a whole 1 ounce small bottle. This seems to be heavy. Pressing, there's no glue coming out. Is there glue in here? There. You can see I almost did 3/4 of the thing there already. Just finally coming out. There's a lot of air in these things. I'm not too worried about getting it on the top of the rail because I'm going to turn around and well, getting it on top of the rail, I'll just turn around and turn around and take the appropriate stuff on it. Add a short minute to solidify. And there's probably smart things I probably should have done is solder wire. Basically, the idea is to solder wire on the pivot end. Make it solid. Please take this off. It's going to make quote unquote gluing this a little quicker. And for the last bit here. Now, also since this is the let's say the unscenic version, we have to go 2 minutes on stuff. See this. Not perfectly straight, but not being scenic. That's the way to go. Alright, that should be the easier thing to do. Just make it find all three of these. Basically, again, starting from this end. And the glue, let's see, hopefully that everything has been, still a square piece of time from last week, or a couple weeks ago. Let's see. Sawdust. This might be a bit of a challenge because if we still have some immature glue here, this might wind up gluing the gauges that I got here actually onto the rim. Cool. It's not happening. And if it does, I know how to make more. That one is sort of in a nice position. Hello there, Trek Psych Mike. Looks like we got the Monday duo here. James was one of the first ones here. I think, correction, the first one here. You could say that you're a little late, Mike, but it's okay. Alright, now let's take the selector plate and add super glue onto it. Some underneath it. Yeah. Roll on you there. While doing this, trying not to super glue myself to the project. This is the one that one of the things is trying to hold this precisely. this and this. Apparently, you get super glue on my hands. However, I'm not sticking to anything, so I guess that's a good sign. Now, the reason why there's no, those who are joining in, the reason why there's no ties or anything on this, that this is a selector plate. This is going to be off the third in the staging yard. Not the staging yard, but staging. So that was the reason why there's no ties on it, because it's going to be hidden. You might, on the selector end, maybe even go so far to sort of stain the entrance black, and you can see that it's a selector track and not a switch between the points. You can see the hole where I put on the end there. If you're going to finish up with an actual drill, because it already has. I tried to do it just with the screw, but then about halfway, not even halfway down, all of a sudden I heard a crack. I'm like, yeah, that's the. The smarter thing to do would have been to taken this flex track and maybe scruffed up the bottom of it. I did most of the on the outside. And keep the flange line relatively cool. I wasn't able to do that on the. Wasn't able to do that on this section here, mainly because I didn't find the super glue until then. And it's like, oh, I got super glue. I used the clear glue first, which was when I went to buy more PVA glue. This was actually cheaper. So I'm not quite sure what this is. Yeah, it's one of those things they don't really give ingredients and how these things are made. But the fun fact, apparently the reason why Elmer's glue has a cow for a mascot is the original PVA glue, from my understanding, is made out of cow's milk. Oh, things had a party. It's one of those things I'm on the wrong side of the border. I almost want to say I think about it's at least 3 or 4 hours missing. Possibly. I think maybe 2 hours. Maybe 2 hours less. 2 hours less. Going to Amherst. After looking at this, not the straightest. It is one of those things I need to. I can probably turn around, just rip everything off, sand it back down a little bit, and then start over. But I don't need to do that. But let this dry. Yeah, I got some sort of glue on fingers, but must have been thin enough that I didn't stick to anything, which is unusual. I was expecting to be stuck to something. That did not happen. Alrighty then. Huh. What am I building? Right now I'm building a selector plate for the layout here. This is it's basically going to be like an angle nook. Basically I'm making this part right here. It's 32 inches long, which it takes account for the longest locomotive I'm planning on running on this, which is the Dixie Bell motor from Mantua. And also up to 5 of the Mantua 36-inch locomotives. Then I'm going to have a line over here, which you can barely see the lines here, which will do the not only the 5 boxcars for the England, but also either I think possibly like a bobber goose or something that sort of ends the England puzzle. And then over here, it starts out. It started out as a gauntlet track, and then split into the 3x3 boxcar area for that. And this is, instead of using switches, I'm using one selector plate. Hence the reason why I'm calling the layout pointless. But that's what I'm currently doing. This is all 6-foot broad gauge. So just like my dioramas that I've been building lately, except that this is actually going to be functional. One thing I'm also going to see about doing is making the main line dual gauge with the narrow gauge part being standard. What I'm doing is doing 1876, and from what I understand, by the 1870s, broad gauge was sort of dead at this time in the United States. I believe Canada actually was at 5.5 feet as their unofficial gauge. They didn't actually have a law saying that this must be the gauge, but it was more of, from what I understand, that was the only one that the government was Uh, yeah, that was the only gauge that the government was funding. So it wasn't a official gauge, but it was the only one being funded. All right, let me switch back over. Hello, Randall. Thank you for dropping in at the last moment. Get ready to start off. Let's go. All right. Yeah, that's what we're doing right now. It's moving. We'll see the going out for people. So, basically, it's 6 by 1 foot and 6 by 1 mile. Unfortunately, actually, even if layout, unfortunately, selected place. The selected system actually would be to fix it much lower than commercial switches. Also, just want to see about actually doing this with Hobbies in the other between building up all my diaries in this app enough to satisfy the senior portion of the group and the requirements. And then from there, once I put the equipment to the 658, and I'll have the equipment for that. It doesn't have, thing is, things don't have to be scratch built. It's one of those things that I have on some kits that are wider than standard gauge, and they could fit into the 1876 type. They are not capable, right? It's one of those things that are going to be a little bit wider because you know, engagement or engagement and equipment is wider. With at least once you figure out how to run the gauge, you can figure out how to run the gauge in a very function. You can run the flex where the gauge is your pieces. So you can place the bolster and so on. It's a little harder instead of having to steep down. What was wrong with oh, okay. It was
That would explain it. I'm assuming I sound a lot better now. What had happened is that for some reason it switched mics on me. Instead of the nice, big, huge one that I got. Oh, thanks. Yes, nice. Thank you. Everything was garbled. Yes, the reason why everything was garbled because it was uh, the program instead of using my nice mic here, it wound up using the default mic, which causes everything to be garbled. So here I am babbling away and all that, and no one can hear me. I had, I had. Thing is, I test my equipment ahead of time. All right. Yeah. The thing is, I try to test everything ahead of time, and the thing is that the microphone was working, but apparently I was using the laptop microphone instead of my USB microphone, and I apologize for that. Uh, hmm. Well, on that silliness, about 10 minutes before going to Rainbow Bell for his Sidetracks Sunday, the OG of the Sunday Sidetrack group, uh, the original OG. He's the one who started it all, and then uh, John from Schofield Valley Railroad joined in onto it, and then they grabbed the it was the Train Freak, and then if I remember correctly, then it was Heath from Humanity Junction, and then they grabbed Rick from False Valley Railroad to do the to do the fifth Sundays. But then then from there things have changed around a little bit. The Train Freak, Jason, he had to drop out because of life. Uh, then Heath had to do sort of the same thing, but both still support Sidetrack Sundays, and they added uh, Nissy J, which I'm assuming, yeah, that was last week. But all right, well, I guess I'll see everyone over there. Okay, I just have to realize why I'm reaching out. I don't have my normal lights up because when I started the stream, it was still it wasn't sundown yet. But the thing is that these I got three monitors. I got the very small. Yeah, Curly has. It's one of those things that probably uh, probably I'll ask a favor from my I guess regular viewers is if you can't hear me, please let me know because it's one of those things I don't not like some of the ones that have the headphones and all that so they can hear the feedback and all that, etc. But it's one of those things of it actually makes it's nice to have feedback, good or bad. But yeah, it looks like it's time to wander over to Ray's live stream coming up very soon. So I believe the world needs more love. So find your passion, add some silliness to it, and spread it around. Bye.